Faster my good evening and welcome to the Manx Radio Folk Show with me, John Barker, playing you the best in folk and roots music from the Isle of Man and from all around the world. Here's a great track to start with. This is The Wounded Hussar by Landless.
In my bosom is thee.
2 tracks from Ireland there. The one you've just heard was from Altan, from one of their classic albums of the 90s, Harvest Storm. I always think Harvest Storm and The Red Crow was some of their finest work. The tunes there were Pretty Peg, New Ships Are Sailing, The Bird's Nest and The Man from Bundoran. And before that we had The Wounded Hussar by Landless. I have played you something by Landless before. They are Lily Power, Maeve Mayer, Ruth Clinton and Sinead Lynch, and they sing unaccompanied traditional songs in 4-part harmony as demonstrated there. Well, we'll end the show in Ireland as well, but in between that, we're going all over the place, to Scotland, to the USA, to Belgium, to England, to the Isle of Man, of course, and indeed to Japan. But for now, we're going down the road to ruin. That's the title of one of John and Beverly Martin's albums that they released in the 70s. After his first 2 solo albums, and I played you a track from one of those last week, John Martin teamed up with his wife Beverly to record 2 albums, Stormbringer and The Road to Ruin. And from the latter, this is Give Us a Ring.
Slept well. Do the bugs bite other people? Did the banker give you money? And I saw from the postcard that you wrote it on a beach or on your pillow or on a book or something still. Give us a ring when you get back. Try to bring me something back where the customs live. Make sure you don't get caught with the things that you bought. Jeffrey bought a cactus for the kitchen, and the rabbit's been complaining, and we sat out on the lawn. Well, now I have to go to catch the postman, 'cause I
following John and Beverly Martin, that was Hamish Napier from his album The Woods, and the tune was called The Foragers. On that theme, that reminded me of one of my favourite Chris Wood songs from a great album called Handmade Life from 2010. It's called My Darling's Downsized. And I think this is probably the only song in the world that contains the word chitting. Let me know if you know of another one.
Monday to Wednesday is business as usual. So what's so unusual about my sweet dear? She's altered, she's different, she's just so spectacular. She's what we got wed for, she's keen and she's clear. Because Henrietta has just had the good sense to write them a letter in which they're advised that Henrietta has made a decision, and from this day forward my darling's downsized. Just last Wednesday evening she kicked off her work shoes. I pour her a large one and I tell you no lies. She swigs and she shimmies and looks to the bedroom, and then she looks at me with those great big blue beautiful downsized eyes. Now the sun in the morning somehow seems brighter, oh, and everything's righter than it was before. Oh, the coffee is richer, and the eggs over easier, and the breeze is just breezier, and there's cuddles galore. She bakes us some rock cakes, I lay us a fire. I like the touch paper, oh, but I don't retire. 'Cause my love for her cannot be overstated. It's deep and it's not final salary related. Because Henrietta has just had the good sense to write them a letter in which they're advised that Henrietta has made a decision, and from this day forward my darling's downside. The allotment society application she's made, she's put her names forward, and she's bought me a spade. And when old Father Summertime raises his head, we'll be up there to prepare our celeriac bed. Oh, I'll dig us a trench, then I'll join her in sitting up close on the bench, and we'll watch the spuds cheating. Then I'll pinch out some carrots, she'll squish some black flies, then she'll look at me with those great big blue beautiful downsized eyes. Because Henrietta's just had the good sense to write them a letter in which they're advised that Henrietta has made a decision, and from this day forward, the love of my life, oh my friend and my companion, my darling is downsized.
Isn't that wonderful? I must play you the track that comes after that one sometime on the album Handmade Life by Chris Wood. It's called Asparagus. In the meantime, though, I've discovered an album by Eamon O'Leary and Jefferson Harmer from 2012 called The Murphy Beds. And it was in my search really to find more music by Jefferson Harmer, who made that wonderful album with Anais Mitchell called The Child Ballads. Anyway, from The Murphy Beds, this is Come In, The False True Love.
Come in, you old true love. Won't you sit a while with me? For it's been 3/4 of a long year or more since I spoke one word to thee. I won't come in, I won't sit down, for I haven't a moment's time. And since you are now engaged to another true love, well, your heart is no longer mine. But when you were mine, my old true love, and your head lay on my breast, you could make me believe by the falling of your arm that the sun rose up in the west. Now there's many's a star will flicker in the west, and it's many's a leaf below, and it's many's a dam that shall light upon a man for her treating a young girl so. Now I wish to the Lord I'd never been born, or had died when I was young. Then I never would have mourned for my own true love, nor have courted another one. Come in, you old true love. Won't you sit a while with me? For it's been 3/4 of a long year or more since I spoke one word to thee.
Now, Jem Butterworth has another single out. This is the third one that she's released recently, all leading up to an album release later in the year. and they've all been wonderful. If you like her music, and that of other artists I play on the show, go to somewhere like Bandcamp, rather than usual streaming sites, where you can pay a few pounds for a really high quality download, and indeed a few more pounds, and get a CD in the post, usually with a nice note from the artists themselves.
It's been a year since we last met. We may never meet again. I have struggled to forget, but the struggle wasn't vain. For her voice lives on the breeze, her spirit comes at will in the midnight on the seas. Her bright smile haunts me still in the midnight on the seas. Her bright smile haunts me still. Sweet dawn of light, when I gaze upon the deep, her form still greets my sight, while the stars their vigil keep. When I close my aching eyes, sweet dreams my I
Jen turns that song, Her Bright Smile Haunts Me Still, into something that sounds really modern. But in fact, this song is best known from a collection made by Frank and Ann Warner called Traditional American Folk Songs, released in 1984. But they collected it from Eliza Tillett and Martha Etheridge on the Outer Banks of North Carolina in 1951. Now, I played you some old-time American music last week, a great version of In the Pines, and here's more. This is from an album by Jean Ritchie called Ballads from Her Appalachian Tradition. And there's so many really well-known traditional songs on this album, but these are American versions. This is a song called Old Bangham on the album, which is the same song really as Wild Boar in the Woods or The Prickle Eye Bush, both songs that I've played you in the past. So here's Jean Ritchie with her version.
Bangham rid by the riverside, Dillum down, Dillum. 3 young ladies there he spied, Dillum down, Dillum. Killy-caw, cuddle down, killy-caw, corn. There's a wild boar in these woods, Dillum down, Dillum. Will eat his meat, will suck his blood, Dillum down, Dillum. Killy-caw, cuddle down, killy-caw, corn. If you would this wild boar see, Dillum down, Dillum, blow a blast, he'll come to thee, Dillum down, Dillum, killy-caw, cuddle down, killy-caw, corn. Slapped a horn into his mouth, Dillum down, Dillum, blew a blast both north and south, Dillum down, Dillum, killy-caw, cuddle down, killy-caw, corn. Wild boar come in such a rash, Dillum down, Dillum, split his way through oak and ash, Dillum down, Dillum, killy-caw, cuddle down, killy-caw, corn. Fit 4 hours by the day, Dillum down, Dillum, at last the wild boar run away, Dillum down, Dillum, killy-caw, cuddle down, killy-caw, corn. Old Bangham followed him to his den, Dillum down, Dillum, and saw the bones of 1,000 men, Dillum down, Dillum, killy-caw, cuddle down, killy-caw, corn.
Now, another act that has been releasing a series of singles are Elizabeth Davison-Blyth and Daniel Quayle, again leading up to an album that's going to be released later this year. They've just released a new one called Dawn and Dusk, and here it is. So that's Dawn and Dusk, the new single from Elizabeth Davison-Blyth and Daniel Quayle. Now I said we'd be going to Belgium, and this track is by a band called Seeger. I've played you something by them before, from the album Roadland. Siblings Ward and Hartwin Deur are known for their innovative instrumental compositions rooted in Flemish traditional music. And as you would expect, my pronunciation of Flemish titles is absolutely spot on. So here is Hooten Jaarmarkt. Now, music happening around the island this week includes the O'Donnell's session on Wednesday night, the Mitre session on Friday night. There will be a Sunday afternoon session, I'm sure, but I've not had the email as yet to confirm where it is, but it may well be the Black Dog Oven in Peel. Check on social media to make sure you go to the right place. There'll be the Folk Club on Thursday night in Ramsey at the Buffs Club, and on Wednesday, as well as the O'Donnell session, it's Blues Club at the Railway in Douglas. The Big Wheel Blues Band will be there as the house band to entertain you, and who knows who else may turn up. This song might make an appearance. Sitting on Top of the World. This is B.B. King's wonderful version from a great album called One Kind Favour from 2008. Really one of my favourite B.B. King albums.
when she went away. Just when she left me, she's gonna stay. But now she's gone, and I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. There was days when I didn't know your name. Why should I worry and pray in vain? But now she's gone, and I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. All right. Going to the station, down in the yard, gonna get me a freight train, 'cause the work's got too hard. Now she's gone, and I don't worry, because I'm sitting on top of the world. The lonesome days, they've all gone by. Why should I beg her when she's saying goodbye? But now she's gone, and I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world.
Fabulous stuff by B.B. King. Here's something from an album called Live, Love, Laugh and Loaf by French Frith, Kaiser and Thompson. That's John Drumbo French, the drummer from Captain Beefheart's Magic Band in the 1970s, Fred Frith, an English guitarist who was in Henry Cow, and Henry Kaiser, who's an experimental American guitarist, along with Richard Thompson. And they released a couple of albums in the 80s. And I think some of Thompson's best work is on these albums. This is our trip to Japan now. This is Richard Thompson leading the band through a traditional Japanese song called Haisayo Jusan. This is a little bit different.
courted me 9 months and better. He fairly won my heart, wrote me a letter with his hammer in his hand. He looked quite clever, and if I were with my love, I'd live forever. But where is my love gone, with his cheeks like roses, and his good black billy cocker trimmed with primroses? I'm afraid the scorching sun will shine and burn his beauty, and if I were with my love, I'd do me duty. Strange news has come to town, strange news is carried, strange news flies up and down, that my love is married. I wish them both much joy, though they can't hear me, and may God reward them well for the slighting of me. Don't you remember when you lay beside me, and you said you'd marry me and not deny me? If I said I'd marry you, it was only for to try you. So bring your witness, love, not deny you. Oh, witness I have none, save God Almighty, and may He reward you well for the slighting of me. Her lips grew pale and wan, it made her poor heart tremble to think she loved the one, and he proved deceitful. A blacksmith courted me 9 months and better. He fairly won my heart, wrote me a letter with his hammer in his hand. He looked quite clever, and if I were with my love, I'd live forever.
Well, that's a very well-known song, The Blacksmith, and that version is from Stick in the Wheel from their new album, 1,000 Pokes. Well, I've definitely run out of time now, so I'll be back next week to play more great folk and roots music from the Isle of Man from all around the world, and I'll leave you with the Bothy Band from 1975, The Traveller and the Humours of Lissadell. See you next week.